everyone, it's Di here from Di's Den. Thank you for watching my videos. This week I have nothing here to show you, but that's only because this week I'm not actually going to be demonstrating an actual product as much as a technique. So the technique that I'm going to be showing you is called Spotlight. So the set that I'm going to be using is an old set. It was last year's celebration set and it was called Lovely Lattice. So I'm using this this is the one that I'm doing it on. It's not that to say that that's the only set you can do it on, it's the one that I'm doing it on. I'm going to be using my stamp apparatus and we're going to show you this technique. Now I will show you my card now, and it is, ta-da, it's called Spotlight because as you can see, most of the card is not coloured. It's only like these spotlight pieces that are coloured. I mean, the card is pretty on the inside too. So this is what we're going to make. Everybody puts theirs in different places, and I'll probably end up putting mine in a different place the next time around. So I will show you how to make this card using this technique, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so for this card you're going to need a card base that measures 5 7/8 by 8 1/4, and you're going to need 2 pieces of, I'm using Balmy Blue, and they measure 5 5/8 by 3 7/8, and that's one from the inside and one for the outside. I'm going to need, I don't know where that one, oh there it is, 2 pieces of white that measure 5 3/8 by 3 5/8, and then a couple pieces of scrap, which you can see I've already cut out. And we're going to use the 1 1/4 inch circle punch and the 1 3/8 circle punch. So we might as well punch them out now because then they're out of the way, they're done, because we need them punched out before we stamp them. So let's pop them out the way. That can go over there, and we'll do 2 black. Now my black here is a shiny black, you can see that, but that's only because that's the only bit of black I had. There's no right or wrong. This one's not Stampin' Up product, but I've had it in my stash for quite some time, so I might as well use it up rather than waste it. So I'm going to cut out 2 of those in the 1 3/8. So the white ones are 1 1/4, the black ones are 1 3/8. The only ink we're going to use is Memento, and my sentiments on this are actually out of a new product that's in the new mini catalogue, out of Peaceful Moments, and we're going to use Life is Better with a Friend Like You, along with Thinking of You with All My Heart. And I think there's something stuck in there a bit funny. No, it's just the way it is. Okay, so that's what we're going to use, and we're going to use a few blender pens to do our paint, our colouring in with. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to bring in our stamp apparatus, and I don't know if anybody's seen these before, so I will give you a little bit of a rundown. This is Stampin' Up stamp apparatus, that's what it's called. It comes with 2 plates, one that fits on this side and one that fits on this side. Mine are a bit dirty, they need a good clean. They move along, so you can do multiples of whatever you're doing, and by having the 2 plates you can stamp one way and then the other way without, you know, repositioning everything. So it also comes with 2 magnets, which I've put a bit of washi tape on because it makes it just a little bit easier to grab them, and they do break if they happen to go smash together. Also comes with a black foamish kind of pad that sits on top here, so that when you're using photopolymer stamps the height is correct. So that is my little bit of a rundown on this. We're going to pop my piece of card in here, and I'm going to pop it in here at the 2 centimetre mark and line it up with the grid lines at the top. Whoops. Let's pop that one over there at the top and the bottom. So we're going to line it up nice and neatly along that edge here and at the 2 centimetre mark. and I'm going to hold that down. Now I like to put something under here when I'm stamping. That's a bit high, so I usually like to put one of these cases under here because it's sort of the same height, so it makes it a little bit easier than trying to do it on an angle. And I'm going to stamp this in black memento. So we're going to stamp that down. And the good thing about this is, like you can see, I missed a bit through the middle there, so you can keep stamping until you've got that just perfect with a Stamparatus. So we can stamp again over the top of the same image, and wow, see, let's give it one more ink up, and we'll pop that across there, and it looks really good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get our two circles, our two 1 1/4 inch circles, and we're going to pop these on here. Let's pop them there and there this time, and then I'm going to stamp this again. And we're going to stamp across like so, making sure that where those two are, and there you go. You can't even see where they are, but I can leave them off, and they are going to be what we colour in. Now I want to put my sentiment at the top, so I've actually got mine set up ready to go, so I will pop that on there now. So let's pop that on, and this says life is better with a friend like you, and I want it a little bit darker than that, so let's pop it on there again. Sorry, it's off the screen up there. So, and that's how gorgeous is that? See how vibrant it can look. So let's pop these off of here, and let's pop that out, and we'll just take this plate off. Let's close my ink up for now so I don't get ink on all that everything. Pull the other plate off so it's out of the way, so I can lay everything nice and flat. Everything can be cleaned nicely, so it's great. So this is our card front. Let's stamp our inside, and then it's all out of the way. Let's do that, and we've done all our stamping. So my inside says, thinking of you. Oh, that's nice and not neat, nice and not straight, wasn't it? Let's pop that on a smaller block. Let's pop that over here. Let's go and pop it nice and straight now. So there we go. That looks a bit better. Says, that's better. Thinking of you with all my heart. And then I'll put a flower in this corner. And a flower in this corner. And that's all my stamping done. What we're going to do now is we're going to do some colouring in, but before we do that, what we're going to do is we're going to pop these onto the black ones. Well, actually, no, I'm not. I'll colour those in first. So I need a piece of scrap to put them on, just so that if I go over the edges, it doesn't matter. Now, I have a pink marker pen in Blushing Bride, because around here, around this scalloped edge here, is where I'm going to be in pink. So I will do that piece first, so that I know that that's done, because it's really difficult to see that because it's not a real lot on this one. Okay, so that's that piece done, and let's pop that out of the way. And then my lattice itself is going to be done with the soft sea foam in the light. So all the lattice work itself is going to be done with the soft sea foam in the light. So I'll do those. This is one of them cards, because it is a technique card, I can't do the colouring off of the screen. I have to do it all on the camera. So let's just do all of this, because it's a very quick card anyway, normally. So, and we're not blending with this, so if you don't have blender pens, it doesn't matter. You can do it with your marker pens, and you can do it in any colour you like. But I just wanted to do it in this colours. Turn. Okay, so that's all my greeny bits done. I'm going to then use my Daffodil Delight Dark for my stamens on my flowers. Oops, hold on to that, it makes it a bit better. I don't think there's anything else in there, so that's that one. And I'm going to, and oh dearie me, I forgot my green. I will have to go and get my, no I won't, I think I've got green in here. No, sorry, I will have to go and get my green card, green blender pen. Luckily they're just sitting on the other table, so I might as well colour these ones in at the same time. So let's colour these in. So now we're going to do our leaves with our light old olive, because we don't want anything real dark on all of this. So where's the other one? Oh, there it is. It's gone on to the bottom. I don't know what that one's supposed to be, so we will have to look before we colour it in. But the ones we know are what they are, we can colour in. We know that that's a leaf. And that. And that. But we don't know what the rest is. So what we do then is we pop it on top of this where it's supposed to go, and we can see what it's supposed to be. There we go, we can see that that's, we've got leaves and everything right where they are. Everything else on there is a flower. So let's do the same with this one, which goes over here, and we can see that that piece is there is a leaf. So let's move that over there so we don't get green on our other picture. And pop this back here so we can see again. And that bit there is a leaf. And everything else is a flower. So let's pop the lid on top of that one, and let's get our light. Let's do our leaves on this one first, sorry. So that's all done. And this one. And then we're going to get our light balmy blue, and we're going to colour our flowers. So let's colour our flowers on this one first. So that's done. Excuse me if my head is in the picture. I love this technique. It's so different, and it just makes a change to have a card that looks a little bit different than the norm. So we're going to colour our flowers, all our flowers in the blue. Same on this one. Don't know whether that's a flower or a leaf. That bit. Where's that one go? Here. That bit's a flower. That other bit is a leaf. So we'll colour that one in there. There we go. So we got that correct. We don't want to have a blue leaf when we're in a little spot. It will look funny. And we'll colour the rest of these in. And you can see whether you've missed anything, which I've missed a tiny, oh, take the lid off that end. What have I done with the lid for this? There it is. A little bit of the sea foam just here I've missed. So now I'm going to use my dark balmy blue just to go around the inside where the stamens are a little bit, so that it gives a little bit more like shading, and whether one of these can go to be darker, so this one can be a bit darker along there and across the back there, and then reshade with the white light one just over the top just to finish it off. And that's our flowers all done. So now let's put our card together, which is really easy. So we're going to use a little bit of tape on the back of these, like runner tape, and we're going to pop these into the middle of the black circle. So there's just a tiny little bit of circle showing of the black. That's why we use them so close in size. And we're going to pop a couple of dimensions onto the back of these. And now we will assemble the card. So let's move them out of the way. Let's assemble the card. We're going to pop this onto the front of onto the blue sheet. Oh, it's got a bit of fluff on the end of that one. That's better. And we'll do this one, and then we will score our card base. So don't worry that we've got writing on the wrong side. If you ever do this, don't throw it away, use the other side. I mean, there is no right or wrong. Now don't tell me I've lost that pin again. That wouldn't surprise me. Okay. So that's that done, and we're going to now score our card. So our main card, which is 8 1/4 by 5 7/8. We're going to score this at 4 1/8. And that's all the scoring we're going to do for that card. So let's pop that out of the way. I don't know where that pin has gone, so never mind, we'll find it in a minute. So we fold and burnish our card, and we can pop our insert into the middle. And we'll pop out, well, there's my pin, our outside part onto the card, outside layers onto the card. Let's pop the lid in, the pin in there so I don't lose it. I lost one a couple of weeks back now, and I still haven't found it. So let's pop this one onto the front of the card like so. And then what we do is we line these up. So now we have to work out where they went again, which is somewhere, no, where did they go? This one went somewhere around here, that's it, and this one went somewhere around here. So we'll pop our bits on here so we can sort of see where it goes. And we can see that it goes around about there. That's that leaf, that's that bit. So that goes about there, so we can pop our bits off the back. And we line this back up again, making sure that we get it all nice and neat. Don't pop it down hard until you're absolutely 100% sure you've got it in the right spot, because you can still move it a little bit. So, yep, that looks about good to me. Pop it down nice and tight. This one, well, let's see where it's got to go first. This one's got to go around there. So we'll pop them off so we know we've got an idea where it's going. And we can pop it on there like so. And we know it's not right because that flower's not in the, that's not in the right spot there. That's better. See how this leaf here, you can see it goes right, and but it's not still right because it's got to go over a bit more up the top there. So that looks more like it just there. You will see when it looks right, you'll go, yep, that's it, you've got it. And once you've got it, you press it down nice and hard. So that is our card. I'm going to blend with my dark blender. I'm going to put some balmy blue on 3 of my large pearls, basic pearls, and I'm going to wait for them to dry for a few seconds. It doesn't take very long at all. And then I can then pop them onto my card. Oops. Where I would like them. There we go. And that's our card for this week. I hope you've enjoyed this week's card. It was a technique card. This technique is called Spotlight. So it's just such a lovely idea for a change, and it does. It just brings up the rest of the card. It's gorgeous. I guess you could do this in like very, very light colours and these in bright colours to make your spotlight. But in black and white, it just looks really great. And I hope you've enjoyed that. Now, I can't say if you would like these products, give me a call because they are retired. But if you would like to place an order with me, you are very welcome to. you can either give me a call, an email, or PM me, or if you'd prefer to shop online, you can do that and just put my name in as your demonstrator. I'd love for you to do that, but unfortunately you would have to live in Australia for that. Now, I'd love you to give me a thumbs up or down and a comment on my video. Let me know how you think, what you think of this technique and the card itself. I will have a tutorial on how to do this on my Facebook group, which is Diane for Stamping, Crafting and Tutorials, which goes live on the same day as the video does. So until next week, I'll see you then. Bye for now.